Hello everyone, welcome to Swift Learn, India's most sincere learning destination for classes 1 to 10. How are you? I hope you all are super amazing. This is Aishi and today I'm back with part 3 of decimals and its operations. So if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, go and watch them because they are covering the basics and lots of important topics as well. Okay? All right. So before I dive into the topic, let me give you a brief description about SwiftLearn. At SwiftLearn, we provide 100% live and interactive classes at the comfort of your home and according to your convenient timings. Here in a single batch, we have 6 students at maximum. So never more than 6 students. If you want, you can also opt for one-to-one tuitions as well. Here we have a dedicated academic mentor team who is going to track your progress and guide you throughout your journey. And we cover the syllabus as per the school exam schedule and we handle custom requests as well. Coming to the key features of SwiftLearn, so at the end of every month, we are going to provide you with a detailed progress report and we are also going to share it with your parents. We recognize the importance of practice. Therefore, at SwiftLearn, you can take unlimited practice tests. On every Sunday, you can also opt for the scholarship test of SwiftLearn, which is the SwiftLearn Academic Test Series, that is SATs. And we not only cover objective questions, but subjective questions as well for your school exams. So simply go to the SwiftLearn website and book a free trial class today. Also, if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit on the bell icon so that you never miss any update from us because we share a lot of knowledgeable videos based on different subjects and various topics. So it is going to be really helpful to you. Our learning objectives today will be to learn rounding of decimals. Okay, so rounding off to nearest ones, rounding off to nearest tens, rounding off to nearest hundreds, and rounding off to whole numbers. This is a very important topic. Okay, so even when you grow up, you still need to remember your rounding off. Now, in the previous class, we have learned about comparing decimals, which decimal is bigger, which decimal is smaller, like and unlike decimals, equivalent decimals, and decimal conversions, right? So, converting decimal to fraction and converting fraction to decimal. So, all these we have learned. Let's do a quick revision and let's try to solve it. You also try to solve it along with me. Which decimal is equivalent to this? Okay, so see, so it is 0.0480, right? So in the 10th position we have a 0, so obviously this is not going to work. Here also this is not going to work. Here we have a 0, hundredths position we have a 4, and then the thousands position we have an 8, and we know that we can simply ignore the zeros, the trailing zeros, right? After a decimal point, if at the end you have zeros, you can simply ignore them because they don't have any value. All right, so definitely this will be the equivalent decimal to this one. Okay, coming to the second one, which of the following decimals is equivalent to 0.31000? Yes, it will be A. C. Why? Because in the 10th place we have 3 in the hundredths place we have 1 and we know that after the decimal point towards the end, if there are zeros, those zeros don't hold any value, so that definitely this is becoming equivalent to the number A. Okay, converting decimals into fractions. All right, let's try this. So what was the first step? Write the decimal given to you in the numerator, and in the denominator we are writing a 1. Now how many digits are there after the decimal point? 1 2 3 4, right? So we will write 4 zeros and write a 1 in front. Okay, now multiply the both the numerator as well as the denominator by this number. Now what will happen? How many zeros? 4 zeros. So the point will move 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore it is coming here. That means the numerator is going to become 6005. And what about the denominator? It is going to be 1000. Right? Therefore we have converted it. Now this is your task. Okay? So you need to reduce this fraction into the simplest form. I hope you know how to reduce it. You must have learned about fractions, right? So how do we do that? So 5 is the number that can divide both the numerator and the denominator. So you can cut it out with 5 like this you have to do. So 5 ones are 5, then 10, 2, 0, and then 1. And this will be 2000, right? Like that you need to reduce. Okay. Coming to the second problem. So 0.0125 divided by 1. Again, how many digits are there after the decimal point? There are 4 digits, so 4 zeros, and with this we are going to multiply both the numerator as well as the denominator. 4 zeros, so 1 2 3 4, decimal is shifting by 4 places, so we are getting 125, and below we are getting this. Right now you know how to reduce it. So say 5 twos is 10, so 5, then again 200. Okay, again 5 fives are like this, you can reduce, right? Yeah, so it's coming as 1 by 80. Okay, so always make sure to reduce the fraction also in the simplest form. Now let's start with today's topic, that is rounding of decimals. Let's see, do you remember the health card report? So we have the health card report of Chris and we have the health card report of Rahul. So we have found out that Chris is 5.514 feet long and Rahul is 5.516309 feet long. So how will you understand that who is taller than Chris? Sorry, like who is taller between these two people, right? So so we need a figure of two people of around the same height, then along with the measuring scale. But how can you be sure? Okay, because this is looking a bit confusing. Both the numbers are very close to each other. Okay, so as you can see here, this is your 10th position 5, 10th position 5, 100 position 1, 100 position 1, right? Now one has got 7 digits over here and another one has got only 3 4 digits, right? So yeah, I mean after the decimal you have 6 digits over here. So along with the whole number it has got 7 digits, and this one has got only 4 digits, and after the decimal point you have only 3 digits. So how do you know that who is taller? Okay, so we can use the rounding off over here, and definitely in the previous part I have taught you about comparison. With the help of comparison also you can find out, right? So see, in the 100 place here you have 6 and here in the hundreds place you have 4. So definitely 6 is greater than 4, so definitely this is greater, right? So definitely by that method you can find it out, but learning about rounding off is very important so that we can compare the height. So now we want to compare the heights with the help of rounding off. So how are we going to do it? First one, rounding off to nearest ones. Okay, for decimal fractions like these, so we will look at the example, and after rounding off them we will get a whole number. So let's just do one thing, let's solve the example and then we will, yeah, let me quickly take the whiteboard and let me solve it in front of you. 19.6, and we are rounding off to nearest, it was it ones or was it tens? Okay, let us consider it as ones. Okay, first let us try to do it for nearest ones. Now whenever you will be given nearest ones, so which one is the ones position? This is your ones position. Okay, this 9 is your ones position. Okay, now what will you do? Simply look at the digit that is present to the right of this ones position. So 6 is present to the right of the ones position. So 6. Now compare it with 5. It is greater than 5. Alright. So whenever this digit, this rightmost digit will be greater than 5, what we will do is we will do a plus 1 to this 9. Okay. We will do a plus 1 to this ones digit, to this 9. Then what will happen? It will become 20. This 19 to this 9 we are doing a plus 1, so it is becoming 20. Alright. And you have been asked to round off nearest the ones, so you will write the digits up to nearest ones, and after ones everything will become 0. So this 6 will become 0. Okay, so when we are rounding it off to nearest ones, our answer is coming as 20.0 or 20, same thing. And you can see that we are getting a whole number. We are getting a whole number after rounding off to nearest ones. Got it? This is how we round off to nearest ones. Okay. Yeah, this is exactly how they have done it. Now let's try to do this one. This is also rounding off to nearest ones. So because it is rounding off to nearest ones, first spot out the ones digit. This is our ones digit. Next, look at the digit that is present to the right of the ones digit, that is 3. And 3 is less than 5. So when it is less than 5, you don't have to do anything to this 7. Okay. We are not adding anything. So this will remain as it is. So it will remain as 27 only. And we will write the digits only. So you have been asked to round off up to ones. That's why we will write up to 27 only. And after ones, whatever you have, turn them into zeros. So it will become 27.0 or 27. And here we have our whole number. Okay. This is how we are rounding it off. Now we have some questions for more practice. Let's solve these questions. So see, A, 65.1. What will you do? Ones digit, first spot out the ones digit, that is 5. What is the digit that is present to the right of the ones digit? 1. Okay, and 1 is less than 5. And that's why we are not going to do anything to this 5. We will leave it as it is. So we will write down 65, and because it is rounding off to nearest one, we will keep up to 65. Whatever is present after this one, turn it into zeros. So it will be 65 or 65.0, and this will be your answer. Got it? Okay. Now let's solve the B1. Yes. 90.5. Okay, again, ones digit is this one. What is the digit present to the right of ones digit? 5, and 5 is equal to 5. So always we are comparing it with 5. Okay, always you have to compare it with 5. As we know, we do that in our rounding off. Now 5 is equal to 5, right? So whenever it will be equal to 5, then also you have to do a plus 1 to this ones digit. Okay, so we are doing a plus 1 to this ones digit, and our answer will be 91.0, right? So up to once you write it down, after that you are supposed to put 0. So your answer is becoming 91.0 or 91. Okay. Next. 22.2. Ones digit is 2. To the extreme right, we have a 2, and 2 is less than 5. So we are always comparing it with 5. 2 is less than 5, so nothing, no change will happen. It will simply become 22 point. After ones digit, everything will become 0. So 22.0 or 22, and that will be your answer. Okay, easy. So always remember this rule. We are always comparing it with 5. Okay, so always we are taking the ones digit, then looking at the rightmost digit, that means the digit at the 10th place, and comparing it with 5. So if it is less than 5, then we will do no change. If it is equal to 5 or greater than 5, then we will do a plus 1. Okay, now what about 12.61? What will happen? 12.61, rounding off to nearest ones. So our ones digit is 2, and what is the digit to the right of this ones digit is 6. 6 is greater than 5. So what will happen? To this 2 we will do a plus 1. So it will become 13 point, and after this ones digit, whatever you have will become 0. So the answer will be 13.00 or 13. Okay, so always remember, we will write the answer till this ones digit only, because it is rounding off up to ones, and after ones we are turning every digit into 0. That's how we are doing rounding off. Next, rounding off to nearest tens. Okay, rounding off to nearest tens for decimals like these. So 2 places after the decimal point. Let's do it, then only with the help of the example you will understand. Let's try to do this. 12.61. This is rounding off up to nearest tenths. So first you need to remember which one is the tenths place. This is our 10th place. This is the digit in our 10th place. Same rule. Look at the digit to the right of this 10th place. That means this one. We are looking here. And this we are comparing it with 5. So 1 is less than 5. So no change in this 6. So we will write 12.6 and up. So because it is rounding off up to nearest tens, after this 10 turn everything into 0. So your answer will be 12.60 or 12.6. Got it? So same thing, just like we did the previous one also, we are doing the same thing, only we are changing the positions or the places. That's it. Here also see. So which one is your 10th place? This 2 is present in your 10th place, and we are looking at the digit to the right of this 10th place. That means this is present in your 100th place, and 8 is greater than 5. Because 8 is greater than 5, we will do a plus 1 to this 10th place, right? So we will do a plus 1 over here, and it will become 67 decimal point 2 plus this 1, right? So we are doing a plus 1 to the 10th digit, so it is becoming 67.3. So we round it off this number and it is turning as 67.3, right? Okay, well done. Great. Let's do some more examples. A, 65.91. Okay, please make it as nearest tens. Tens digit is this. This is our tens digit, and the digit next to this 10 digits is 1. 1 is less than 5, so no change will occur. Therefore, we'll simply write it as 65.9 up to the 10th digit, and after that everything will become 0. So answer will be either 65.90 or 65.9. Okay, coming to the B part, again the 10th one is 7. The digit next to this 10th place is 9. 9 is greater than 5, so we will do a plus 1 over here. That means it will become 90 decimal point 7 plus 1 is 8. Okay, and after this 10th place, everything will become 0. So you can write 90.80 or 90.8 because we know at the end this 0 has got no value. Okay, coming to the third one, again this is the 10th place. The digit next to the 10th place is 5. 5 is equal to 5. Even if the digit is equal to 5, we will do a plus 1 to the 10th digit to the previous one. So it will become 22.5 plus 1, 6 and then 0. Or you can simply write it as 22.6. Got it? This is how we are rounding it off. Next, rounding off to nearest hundredths. Okay, let's try this. Rounding off to nearest hundredths. You simply follow the rule that I've told you. So first of all, this is our 10th, this is our 100th. Okay, what is the digit right next to this 100? 2. And 2 is less than 5. So no change will happen over here. And we can simply write it as 69.65. Up to 100 we are writing, then 0. Or you can also say 79.65. That's it. This will be the rounded off number. Okay, let's try one more. All right, let me give you some examples and let's try one more for these. Then we will get into rounding off the whole number and everything. So here we are. Suppose we have, we are doing up to nearest hundreds. Let's see. So suppose we have 9.438. Our hundreds place is this one. The digit next to it is 8. 8 is greater than 5, so we will do a plus 1 over here to this 3, to the previous one, and it will become 9.44, okay, or 9.440, whatever you want to write. All right, done. Next, take another example for this one. Suppose 18.745. This is our 100th position. 5 is equal to 5, so we will do a plus 1 to this 4, and it will become 18.750 or 18.75. All right, so we did some examples for rounding off to nearest hundreds. Now see, rounding off any decimal fraction to whole number. It is applied to any decimal fraction. Okay, it can be any decimal fraction, and the result is always going to be a whole number in this case. So what you need to do is compare digit just after the decimal point. After the decimal point we have 8, right? So compare it with 5. If it is less than 5, then remove all the digits after the decimal point, okay? Or if it is 5 or greater than 5, then remove all the digits after the decimal point and add 1 to the digit at the ones place, okay? So what we will do is, after looking at this 8, because this 8 is greater than 5, so what we will do is we will do a plus 1 to this 126, and after the decimal point we will turn each and every digit into 0. Look at the example. See, because we want to turn it into a whole number, right? 8 greater than 5, so we will do 6 plus 1. To the previous one we will do a plus 1, it will become 7, so it will become 127, and after the decimal point we are turning all these into zeros, then we are getting a whole number. This can be applied to any decimal number, okay? This can be applied to any decimal number when we want to turn it into a whole number. All right, so let's try few. So look at the first one. It is 82.763. After the decimal point, we have 7. And 7 is greater than 5. So we will do plus 1 to this 2, right? And it will become 83. And after the decimal point, we are turning all the digits into 0. Therefore, our rounded off number will be 83. Okay. Next problem, 19.17. After the decimal point, we have 1, which is less than 5. So we will not do any changes to this 19. But after the decimal point, we will turn every digit into 0. Therefore, our answer will become 19. Okay, coming to the third type of problem. After the decimal point, we have 5, which is equal to 5. Therefore, we will do a plus 1 to this 4, to this 4, and this 34 plus 1 will become 35. And after the decimal point, all these digits will become 0. Therefore, our rounded off to whole number will be 35. Okay, so we did round off to 10th place, we did round off to 100th place. All right, so let's solve these. Let's solve these questions. Round off to 10th place. Which one is the 10th place? This one is the 10th place. The digit next to the 10th place is 6, and 6 is greater than 5. So we will do a plus 1 to this 4, right? 4 plus 1. Here we will do the plus 1. So it will become 19.5. And here 0. You can ignore it. So our answer will be 19.5 for the first one. What will happen to the second one? Round off to 100th place. This is our 100th place. What is the digit right next to it? 1, and 1 is less than 5. Therefore, no change. So our answer will be 75.65. Up to 100 we are writing, and this is turning into 0. You can ignore it as well, and this will be your answer. Okay. Round off to whole number. So 8876.91. Whole number means what? Always we have to look the digit after the decimal point. We have 9, and 9 is greater than 5. So we will do a plus 1 to this 6, and our answer will become 877.00. Because when we are rounding it off to whole number, all the digits after the decimal point will turn into 00, and our answer will be 877. Last one, round off to ones place. Okay, so ones place is this, and the digit next to it is 5. 5 is equal to 5. That's why we will do a plus 1 to this 7. We will do a plus 1 to this 7, and our answer will become what? 8, right? So answer will be 8. So Now can you say that who is taller, right? So Chris is 5.514 feet long and Rahul is 5.516309 feet long, right? What you can do over here is, here you can do rounding off up to nearest hundreds, okay, and you can check. So this is our hundreds place. Why? Because here the 10th position is same, hundreds position is also same. So after the 100, the digit over here is 4, so here you will have no change. So your answer will be 5.51 only for Chris, and for Rahul hundreds place is 1 and the digit after the hundreds place is 6, therefore we will do a plus 1 over here. Why? Because it is greater than 5, so it will become 5.52. So now who is taller? Rahul is taller, and with the help of rounding off we found it out. So we learned about rounding off to nearest ones, rounding off to nearest tens, rounding off to nearest hundreds, and also rounding off to whole numbers. Okay, thank you so much for watching this session. If you have any doubt, please write down your doubts in the comment section below so that I can help you. And also make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit on the notification icon, share this video with your friends and family so that we all can come together and learn together. Thank you so much. See you soon with another new topic. Bye bye. Take care.